Mm-hmm. Ghostly woman. I have to go say my prayers. I'll be right back. Dear God, I love you. Hey, baby. Hey, bunny. The best part of my prayer that I love is when I bow my head in place of, it's like the House of Representatives. I'm representing my family and Miffy too. Yes. And I like to bow my head and ask God to please bless us with His grace and His wisdom today. And let only His will be done in all of our lives, in my home and in the world. Let only people that He wants in our lives be. And we love you, God. And thank you, dear Jesus. Amen. Look at that, babe. This is what it's meant when they say cuddle bunny. He's a cuddle bunny. Bun, do you want the bananas?
No banana.
Want some bananas?
No banana.
Come on. The banana. Come on. Come on. Okay. Mr. Squirrel Man. Come on. I see him across the street. He's staying across the street. Come on, everybody. Here we go. Where is everybody? Banana. There they are. Everybody. Hi. Hello, I'm Lisa Fry, the Catholic Unschooler. What a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Do you guys like me singing to you? You don't seem to be bothered by it. Oh, 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 what a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. And yours. Oh, 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 oh. Wow, there's this one bird. He's really different looking. Yes, he is. He's black. He looks like he would be like a baby crow, but I don't think so. He's got like some bluish on his head. There he is. There he is. I'm gonna go try to walk down here. And maybe they'll stay here with me. All right, so we got about a half an hour workout in and stretching for physical therapy for my hip and what else? And for everything else. Let's see, so now it's 8 o'clock and now I'm gonna go for a little walk. I don't wanna go on the property because I just bought new shoes. I love these. I buy these kind every single spring. I love them. But they are extremely delicate. So now we're gonna go for a little walk until however I feel, okay? At least we're moving, okay? When a person, so say you've had surgery, right? You ever have surgery and your body is so stiff in that area? So I've had 3 C-sections and each time you feel like your body is so incredibly stiff, because it is. And, hi yard. Oh, I love it. What a beautiful day. Now see, this is the kind of weather that I could deal with for the rest of my life. Oh yes, even though I love the rain. Who is Lorraine? I'm trying to figure that out. Oh, because I hate the summer. Oh, I like summer nights. And you know, when it's not terribly hot like an oven. I like that. Oh yes, it's so beautiful out. But, oh yeah, so when you're incredibly stiff, so when you've had 3 C-sections, for example, you can't move the rest of your body. You can't move anything. All you can move is like your elbow, maybe your arm like this, your head side to side, and your feet. So what was my point of that? Oh yeah, so then you can see how incredibly, when you are doing something extremely simple, how it does help. You know, I don't know about you, but a lot of times I think that I have to be like in the gym doing some serious stuff for a seriously long time. I used to have the most incredible trainer. He was so big and he was so strong. When you go hug him, it felt like you were hugging the wall. He was like one of those muscle men in the magazines that you see. And he would say to us, I don't want you here all day. You don't have to be here all day. He would give us a schedule to follow, a routine, and he'd be like in and out. No more than an hour. It was probably a lot less than that. I'm excited because, and I don't have to be running like a mad woman, just any movement helps. Because you know what? It's better to do this than if I did nothing. Nice lawn. My lawn, forget about it. I used to try so hard to keep it nice, and when we first moved here I had beautiful grass. Now I have beautiful dirt and I have beautiful weeds. Yep. And that's that. What are you gonna do? Here, I'll show you. We even have a ramp. Yes, it's become part of the lawn. I don't know, I don't have a border to keep all the stuff in, and I think the squirrels. So I'm gonna fill all that in with our new mulch. Yep. And I just love my property. I really do. I know it's not nice grass compared to my neighbors, but we won't be suffering with pesticides. Oh yeah. Because, hey look. Hi! Oh, what a beautiful morning. Everything's going my way. My neighbors must be like, okay, what has happened to Lisa? Yep. And then I wonder if, see, you still got a lot of this stuff all over the yard. We have leftover balloons that Rachel must come out and clean. But all of the, can you believe it? All the hard work that I did. And a lot of the hard work that the squirrels did. And it all fell from the tree. Imagine that. Well, our sitting area is back in action. So, oh no, there's the oregano. Oh, look. This thing's growing and I don't know what they are. Oh, yes it is. Oh, yes it is. That looks like something. So, we shall see what will come of my garden. Look at all the oregano over there. That was not plentiful last year. This gets huge, and I like to give them away as Christmas presents because who doesn't like the taste of pizza? Because that's what that is. All right, let's keep going. Don't stop to think of food. Don't stop to think of food. So today we have another appointment. Yes. And what am I doing about it?
I'm taking my mother to the dentist, hopefully for the last time. And she had her eye appointment yesterday. Oy, oy, oy. Whoa. Okay, so she needs some serious help, which she's going to get. And it's going to take time, though. She can go home anytime she wants, but it seems like she really wants to stay with us until at least she can see, right? Who wants to go be by themselves when they can't see? It's not easy. So we did offer her that. And what else? Tell me, Lisa, what? Oh, and then I have physical therapy for Sarah. And we were going to go to the indoor skate park, but it's so beautiful out, and there might not be anybody there that Seth can scoot with. So I think we're going to do the outdoor skate park today. It's just lovely. It's so beautiful. But I'm telling you, so I was thinking, right, as I was lifting my weights and doing my exercises, you know, usually you do like 3 sets of something, right? You work on a certain part of the body, and then you give it a rest the next day, and then you work on another part of the body. Not me. Not me at all. Because I have to move on with my day, and I really want to, I know the parts of my body that I like to make strong. I do basically, I'll do my waist a bunch of times, because that's like a nice rest that I give myself when I'm resting between other parts of the body. Does that make sense? So so side leg lifts, okay? I enjoy doing them every day. So I just do the 1 set, okay? Sideways in the back, and then across in front of me for the inner thigh. And then the next day I'll be able to do it again, because I didn't overdo it the day before. See what I mean? And I enjoy doing that. So I figure, you know, this way here, I mean, think about it, right? If you keep doing these, you keep on lifting the weight, say for the biceps or the triceps or the shoulders or the back, you're doing 1 set every day. It has to get stronger, because collectively, you know what I mean? Yeah. So take it easy, right? Don't forget, I'm a 4 compared to a NFL player. So what do you think of that, huh? Oh yeah, I'm on the verge of being an NFL football star. It's true. I'm so excited. That was from a professional. Yes, so you want to take my advice. Yes, you do. I know we have all this potential energy as well, which we are working on. Although I did eat candy last night. Why? Because I really, really wanted to. I did. And today I'm okay with it, because today's a new day. And I treated my body really, really well with all the nutrition that I had. Oh, yes. So, dun, dun. We're moving, and it's been, I don't know, I can't see. I don't know, almost about 8 minutes. And that's good, because that's 8 minutes that I would have been sitting, or just walking back and forth from the sink to the table or something, or the sink and the stove. Wow, that's really far, you know? And so what I've been doing is I've been focusing more on when I'm sitting to lift my heels up, right? To strengthen the calf, or maybe some toe taps, right? To strengthen the front of the calf, the shin. Yep. And so, and you can pick up your posture stronger, right? It doesn't take much at all, as long as we're strong, okay? We have to be strong. Why? Because we have this one life to live. Wasn't that a soap opera? One life to live? One life to live. My grandmother, that's all I have memories of, watching The Price is Right, and watching soap operas when I was little, when I'd be downstairs with my grandparents. Boy, do I miss them. What great people. Great people. My grandmother always kept the house clean, always did her responsibilities really, really well. She cooked all the time, from, not always from scratch, but a lot of times from scratch, you know? You know what I used to love when I was little that she made, which is not from scratch? Rice-A-Roni. Oh my gosh. I used to lay it all out flat on a plate, and then I would take my fork and I would go through it like it was like a train track. It was so exciting. Yes, I did. It is a beautiful day. Like I'm speechless at how beautiful. So we have my father's, actually tomorrow, is this Thursday? Yes, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. they're having a Marian consecration at my church. And what about it? So I'm gonna take my kids there, even though I am a slave to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Yes, I am. I always wanted to get little tiny chains from my both wrists and my ankles, but real light ones, real little tiny ones, to remind me constantly that I am a slave to God's mother. Because when you're a slave to God's mother, she always points you to Jesus, her son. People get all wrapped up in, oh, that's terrible. What, do you worship her? No. She leads us. She's always pointing. Just like Santa Claus is always pointing to Jesus. See? Because she knows him better than we do. So, and if you don't honor the queen, you ain't getting into that kingdom, honey. You show the mother of a king disrespect, you're not getting in to that castle. Oh no, you think the king's gonna be like, oh yeah, treat my mother like trash, or don't even recognize her. Don't show her any honor. Sure, you can come in. It doesn't work like that on the earth anyway. And if God is even more so, you better be good to her. She teaches us how to be extremely feminine. She teaches us how to mother in a very loving, gentle way, which Lord knows I need a lot of the time. And she has helped me a lot. Oh yes. So tomorrow night is the consecration. And then Saturday I go to my brother-in-law's graduation from college, and I always love to take my children so that they can experience what that's like. You know, going to college. I have many brothers and sisters. There's 11 of us all together between my mother and my stepmother, and we're all extremely close. We all live next door to each other, or I used to, and they all still do, most of them. I mean, some of them are married and often, but we're always together. We all grew up next door to each other. Okay? But I like taking my kids to go see all of them graduate when they did, because that gives my children a chance to see what they could be doing, right? And then I also, when the kids turn 13, which Seth is right now, I want them to go and spend either a day, a couple of days, or a night, whatever we can do with the religious life. So my oldest, she had spent the night making Christmas cookies and stayed the night with nuns. It was great. And that's how she makes the most delicious cookies. My husband said, can you have them teach her how to make a good steak? For his sake, right? But wow, it's almost 15 minutes, everybody. See? You just gotta keep on going. And I'm not running around like crazy, right? And then Sunday is my beloved father's, I don't know if I should say it. I'm not gonna say it just in case he watches this. I'll have to tell you later. Never mind. I'll tell you after. All right, so, and then Monday, I'm gonna go help Joanne, my BFF. She's having a procedure done, and I gotta ride really far away to go and help her out. She needs a ride and stuff, so we'll go take care of her. Perhaps you can all join us, we'll see. And Tuesday will be the last of all the wildness and running around. And then I can focus more on, which I have been trying, my kids. This feels really, really good. And I liked it because the physical therapist, you know, whenever you hear like something, a direction from a professional, hi Birdie. Whenever you get directions from a professional, you say to yourself, yes. Because, you know, I don't know about you, but for me, I'll say things like, going for a walk, what's that gonna do? Like I have these thoughts. But when you hear a professional say, now that the nice weather's coming, get outside, go for a walk. And I'm like, you know what? She knows that that's gonna work. So when I say work, of course we'd love to lose weight. However, you know, my body's gonna do what it wants to do. And I do it mostly for, because it hasn't happened with the losing the weight thing. I do it mostly for good health, okay, strengthening my muscles. Wow, I can't stress what a beautiful day. Oh yeah, what did I want to tell you about? Oh yeah, the other day I was talking to you about when Jesus said to his apostles and disciples to eat him, and then the people went away, right? And he didn't say, oh, wait a minute, I didn't mean to actually eat my body and drink my blood. Don't do that. Don't walk away. I didn't mean that. He let them go. And then he looked at his other people and he said, what are you going to do? And they said they were going to stay with him. And then it continues on to say that it was what he's speaking of is spiritual. And so a lot of times people interpret that as, you know, you don't really eat him, which he really means to eat him. Because the proof is that everybody's been doing it since. Okay, this whole idea of not eating him didn't come till 1,500 years later after he said that, 500 years ago. Okay, so it is spiritual because you can't eat, this bread and wine cannot become the body and blood, soul and divinity of Jesus Christ unless it was a spiritual miracle. Okay, so that's where I wanted to clear up, because I don't think I finished that part about the spiritual side. It is spiritual, but it's not only spiritual. You know what I mean? It has to be spiritual in order to be a miracle. Does that make any sense? I like to clarify this stuff because when I left the church and I was trying to find my way home again, these were questions I had. You know, so I know the struggles and the questions that people have all the time. And one thing for me, which you really want to check your heart about, is I didn't want to give credit to saints or even to the Blessed Mother, because the reality is that I was jealous. I'd say, well, who are they? I'm special. Why aren't I considered a saint? You know, they're no better than me. We're all the same. Well, Our Lady had her part, but that's over. It's it. You know, because I didn't want them to get honor. And I didn't want to go to a priest because I thought I can be my own priest. You know, we're all priests. You know, and I didn't want to submit to authority. When you submit to authority, it takes a lot of humility, okay? And I did not want to do that. I thought I could make up my own, because when you follow authority, you can't do what you want anymore. And that was really hard. I remember being in a panic. I remember being really stressed out about, oh my gosh, I have to follow all these rules. I have to make sure that I don't miss mass. Like, and even today I still get kind of, oh, there's my favorite bird, listen. There he is. I love it. That's where I got my little whistle from that I do for the squirrels. But even now I can get into a panic mode where I'm like, as soon as the priest at the end says, go in peace and you know, show the world by your example, and then we bless ourselves and the mass is over, I take a deep breath and I go, yes, I did it again, you know, because I get nervous that I don't want to miss a mass, and I don't want to skip a beat, and all those obligated days, I don't want to miss it. See what I mean? Because the church knows how to keep us safe, and if you don't follow these ways, you're not going to be safe. And so therefore, you know, you might think it's an interruption on your life, because you have to interrupt your life to do what the church wants you to do. Why? Because God gave the church the authority. He didn't give it to Mickey Mouse. He gave it to his church. So it's just beautiful. And that's when he said, I give you the keys to the kingdom. Whatever you bind on earth, I will bind in heaven. Whatever you loose on earth, I will loose in heaven. And there's been a pope ever since. It's just beautiful. It's so beautiful and magnificent that I don't even know how to contain myself, you know? Especially if you go to a Latin Mass, the old traditional way. Oh my gosh, it's just too much to handle. I feel like I'm going to just faint right there. They got the incense going a bit too much at times, but it's just so beautiful because that's in the Bible. God likes that smell, okay? Because along with the incense rising up, our prayers are going up. See what I mean? Wow, it's been 20 minutes. We're doing all right over here, eh? You know, I hope you guys love who you are, not in a prideful way, but God loves you so much that he created you. The Catechism of the Catholic Church says to show his kindness and goodness, right, to the rest of the world. They're going to look at you and they're going to say, wow, God is so magnificent. Look what he made. And so that he can spend eternity with you in heaven. Yes. So if you do not like yourself in any way whatsoever, so I have fat on my body. Oh, I mean, potential energy on my body, right? And yes, do I like it? No. However, it is on me. Okay. So am I going to dislike me because of that? No, I used to. And now I think I'm more than just that. I am not only fat. I mean, I don't only have all this potential energy. I also have I'm trying to get a controlled spirit about things in my life. I don't think I'm terribly bad looking. I think I'm funny. I like the way I think. Even with all my faults, what am I going to do? Beat myself up? No. I'm going to say, wow, God loves me so much that he made me on purpose, like he purposely made me. I could say, oh, look at my hair. I don't even call this hair, I call it hay. Yeah. I know, my grandparents I think they came from southern Italy, and it's like, okay, well, the sun, the reason why I have this hair like this is obviously to protect me from the heat that was, from my relatives back in Italy. So I say, hey, you know what? I don't have that smooth, elegant hair, shiny, all that. But you know what? I do have this, and I'm grateful to have this on my head because I could have no hair. Yes. And if you have no hair, be happy that you have a head that you could be bald with. You know what I mean? You could just be forever grateful about anything. Okay? Just stay close to God. Stay close to God and his church. Yeah. All right, I'm actually starting to break a sweat. Oh, yes. Oh no, my glasses. Ooh, gotta toss that. All right, so this is fantastic. I could keep going, but I don't wanna. You know why? Because I want to just, I've had enough. Maybe you don't want to do 20 minutes. Maybe you want to do 5. Maybe, and then when you go slow. There's no rush. What do you think you are? You think you gotta be an athlete? Huh? Let's go sit down. Right here. Oh yeah, look at the dry erase board. Pretty good, huh? Wow. Okay. That was almost 25 minutes. It was like 23 or 24-ish. I can't have coffee right now. I need water. See, that's good. And I wasn't rushing around like crazy. You can actually feel your muscles everywhere stimulated, right? Yes, yes, yes. Yes. You gotta stretch everywhere. Even your wrist, your fingers. Yeah. Right? Yes.